I need to learn how to reset my headset.
Damn it!
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, Chico, at least you can probably do print screens on your computer. My print screen ability is totally gone for some reason.
Oh,
Oh.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, folks, this is a first that we're doing for you here on the
It's a
Podbean feed.
historic moment.
It's an historic moment. We are giving you the pre-show before the show. And normally it's just between us doing whatever. But since this is a special occasion, this last week has been so hilarious. It's the ultimate real life hilarity ensues. Because we've had so much hilarity with the saga with Twitter that we had to talk about it here. And not on the regular podcast, because by the time
Who would even believe us?
Who would even believe us?
Well,
And
not even that. Not even that. At the rate that Twitter's going, it might not even be here next week.
No! Like, I'm thinking to myself, this site's not going to last till Thanksgiving. At this
I'll be
current...
lucky if it lasts. I'll be lucky if it lasts till the weekend.
But this has been the greatest thing ever. This has been so hilarious. Because Elon Musk was like, oh, it's going to be $20 for Twitter Blue. And Stephen King's like, oh, well, I'm not going to pay for that. F that. He's like, okay, $8.
And then the comedy happens.
The comedy happened.
The valuation of Twitter, it sort of reminds me of the game on Price is Right, Time is Money, where it just dwindles down. 44 billion, 43 billion, 42 billion. Now it's down to 8 billion. It's going down the drain. Get the price right. Come on. Hit the button while it's worth $500 million. Get out with a 98% loss.
I'll tell you right now, somebody in California has $2 billion. If they can hold out just a little bit longer, they can buy all of Twitter. Maybe have enough for a dinner afterwards. Who knows?
Would that person actually be willing to? I'm sorry, not that person. Would Elon actually be willing to sell Twitter at that point for a $43 billion loss?
It's like Elon bought Twitter as an ego trip.
All the Nazis thought, oh, this is going to be so great. To quote Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, this is not going to end how you think.
Well, like we said earlier, you won't believe what happens.
Yeah, you won't believe what happens.
You won't believe what happens.
And that sort of takes me back to what I mentioned right as Chico got on, maybe a little bit before, about Odell Beckham. He decided to get paid in crypto for his last season with the Browns and the Rams. Yeah, he did win a Super Bowl, but the problem is, whatever he was paid in crypto, it's apparently worth about $200,000 now. The league minimum is what, like 750,000, 500,000? Yeah. So he's actually making less than minimum for an NFL player. That's hilarious.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, but another thing is the bottom has fallen out on crypto.
Yeah, PTX filed for bankruptcy this morning. When you file for Chapter 11, it's only a matter of time before you reach the finish line that no one wants to cross.
You know, when we look back at the Super Bowl earlier this year, how there were crypto ads all over the place, we're going to laugh at that like the 2000 Super Bowl with all the .com ads.
Yep.
Essentially, you're right.
And really, I've said it before, I spend a lot of money because I hate money. But for God's sakes, why would any human being invest in this? To begin with, why?
That makes no lick of sense. No lick of sense.
It's not real money.
It's like fun bucks. It's like Disney dollars. It's like,
well, but it's not like that, because crypto is not something you can hold.
No.
At least Disney fun money you can hold. I'm not putting my money in some technological dream. I mean, And also, I just saw something. Oh gosh, this must have been within the last 3 months. Regarding how much electricity is used in like these big crypto farms in Washington State. That they're literally taking up like 20 to 50% of the energy, the electricity in the city, and it is primarily hydroelectric power, but it eats up that much energy for what? Seriously, I'd rather, and I've said this to Dad. Dad's been like, well, invest in stocks, and I'm like, I don't know anything about the stock market. What I know about is I know about sports cards, and that's where I'd rather put the money in nowadays. Even though that bubble, I think, is ready to pop a little bit, but at least baseball cards I can hold. I can go to the show that I'm planning on going to tomorrow, and maybe swap for some other cards that I want. But no, crypto. Gosh. And actually, if you didn't see or listen, rather, the 500th episode of Omnibus was about the Bitcoin pizza.
Yes.
Boy, that really didn't age well. Not just when the pizza was bought back in 2010 or whatever, but also now, because the Bitcoin is probably worth about as much as the pizza was. Yeah, $10 or $5 hot and ready or whatever.
You can buy a $5 hot and ready from the Little Caesars.
And it's still going to last longer than most crypto, probably.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, at this rate.
God. This has been the best. The best. Seeing the bottom drop out on this market has just made me die, along with Twitter. And I will say about Twitter, everyone, and I mean nobody, said in 2017 when I got a Mastodon account that I was crazy. Well, who's laughing now, baby? Who's laughing now?
I know some people have moved over to that Mastodon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm looking through our socials. On somebody mentioned us in their Insta stories. User at Mr. Jackbox2. Okay, so they captioned a still of the chase. I want to say it was a recent episode. Maybe it was a thing on TV Think They Know. And the thing is, there was four names. The four names of the chase contestants were Carmen, Eileen, Danny, and Roy.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
So Roy is Wings. I'm going to assume that's what the references to.
Yeah. Eileen is obviously Eileen Brennan. What are the other two names? Carmen and...
The order of the names is important. Carmen, Eileen, Danny, Roy.
Was Danny a reference to Danny Tanner?
They the chaser at the time, Sean Wallace, he actually makes mention of it. Carmen, Eileen, come on, Eileen.
Oh.
And Danny Roy. You ever heard of a London Derriere? Oh, Danny Roy.
Oh, cut.
In retrospect, that was rather dumb of them, but...
Wait. Was this actually acknowledged on the show that they...
This was acknowledged on the show.
Okay, so some casting person purposely did that. Okay.
Some casting person has a sense of humor. Not a particularly good one, but a sense of humor nonetheless.
Well, I mean, it's been done in the past. Maybe not that, what's the word? Stupidly? I shouldn't say stupidly, but not as obvious as that. Because, and I think I've mentioned this. This is 2004, 2005-ish. This is when PAX was a thing. Okay, we all know PAX.
Penny Arcade Expo.
It used to be Ion. Yeah, it's just, yeah.
The network.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, the other PAX.
Yeah. The TV show. We're talking about a TV podcast here. But so back about 2004, 2005, and this was done brilliantly, I think. They had one of the celebrities on that week was Regan Burns, and they had a game where the two contestants, one was named Regan and the other was named Burns. Now that's clever.
What was that? Balderdash?
Balder. Oh, I didn't even say it. Yeah, that's Balderdash. Yes.
Yeah, with Elaine BUZZR.
I think you guys were just all sort of shocked. Wait, we're talking about PAX? PAX is still a thing? Yeah, PAX airs like Hawaii Five-0 reruns, the remake, like
When they know they're
17
Criminal
hours a day.
Minds reruns. And they're owned by Scripps now, you see.
Oh, I didn't realize Ion is now owned by Scripps. Yeah, every time a Criminal Minds reruns on Ion, and freaking what's his face? From the guy who turned out to be a jerk from Criminal Minds, who was on Dormer and Greg. What's his face?
Thomas Gibson.
Yeah, Thomas Gibson, that guy. I boo every time I see him on the screen.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just
I was like, he's the only person on that cast that I can't stand. Joe Mantegna, awesome. Adam Rodriguez, awesome. Kristen Vagness, goddess on earth.
Mandy Patinkin, awesome. Shamor Moore.
Matthew Gray Goobler, my spirit animal.
Shamor Moore, awesome.
Now,
Samar
let me
Moore,
ask
my doppelganger.
Hold on, I just want to ask you a question. Is Ion still on where you live? Okay, I was going to ask that because going back to the Scripps reference, the ABC affiliate here, WEWS, has been owned by Scripps since the time they started, which would have been like in the late 40s. I thought just maybe by coincidence, maybe Ion is airing here as sort of a thank you gesture because we have this Scripps owned station that's been here for
Hey, you want to
like
know an
75
interesting
years.
Mike, I don't think you know this, but the call letters for that station.
EW Scripps. Yeah, I know that. EW
Okay.
Scripps.
Okay.
No. Well, for the longest time, I thought it was like news, but you have to have the W for the east of the Mississippi. So I thought W News, but WEWS. No, it's WEW Scripps. Yeah. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Okay, Yogi.
I want to mention that here in New York, PAX/Ion is on channel 31 here, which for some reason on Optimum is channel 3.
Well, did they have to put all of the local stations on the 2 through 13 slots on cable?
I guess maybe
Not here.
Well,
Well,
WLNY channel 55 here is on channel 10 on Optimum.
it may be either a regional thing or maybe by company, because for Uverse, the local channels are basically their channel designations. So not PAX, but so Ion would be on 23 here because that was the old WAKR down in Akron. But everything else outside of 55, WBNX 55 is actually channel 7, but KYC, WKYC is channel 3, WWS is channel 5, WJW is channel 8, WIO is 19, WVIZ is 25, 43 is WUAB. 55 is the only difference for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot. We have a Univision affiliate here. We've only had one for like 22 years. That is on 61, but on Uverse, it's actually 11.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
You want to talk about weird? Okay. WRAL, one of the top NBC affiliates in the country, has been on TV5 since the dawn of time. On my lineup, it is on 3. It has been known as the Big 5 for ages. It's on 3. But ABC 11, that's on 11.
Wow. That is something else.
So in the last 15 minutes, we've gone from Twitter to crypto to legacy television stations to Criminal Minds reruns.
I think we got to talk about the deaths today.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to have
Big
some
one.
sort of an acknowledgement in the first show, at least for Gallagher. I'm not as big of a Batman fan, so I don't know the impact or anything like that I think it was Mr. Conroy. Kevin Conroy was his
Kevin
name.
Conroy.
Yeah, I don't know his legacy, what he's done, so I'm going to defer that to you guys because I think you guys are closer to that age that probably watched Batman cartoons or what have you.
Yeah, he was the voice of Batman in the Fox Kids animated series.
Okay, so this is the one where Mark Hamill was the Joker.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, I was probably about 18, 19 when that was on, so I was already college.
And he reprised the role in the Batman Arkham trilogy.
The video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a career-making role with him and Mark Hamill and Tara Strong and Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. I think his career was made like 17 times in his lifetime.
Yeah, he played the Alfred in the animated
series.
series. Yeah. And I believe the Batman animated series, if I'm not mistaken, is now on Blu-ray through Warner Archive. So
correct.
And I think it might be streaming on HBO Max.
I will check right now.
I know the animated movie, which we actually talked about in Fish, based from the cartoon Max with a Phantasm, because Abe Vigoda had a voice in that, is on Max, I believe.
I am looking on Max right now.
Man, Warner Brothers Discovery is probably so happy with this Twitter nonsense. Like, well, we're no longer the company that's the worst of the year.
We're no longer the laughing stock of the tech world. Hooray. Oh, there it is. Batman the Animated Series on HBO Max. First 3 seasons.
Cool. And of course, as I mentioned, Mask of the Phantasm is on Max, which we should probably do that as a live show. Mask of the Phantasm.
I have to find it first. Because there's like 50 billion Batman movies. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, because they have all the DC animated movies that go straight to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That are on Max.
And they also have Batman the Audio Adventures.
Ooh! Batman the Audio Adventures. So you can feel like you're in a 1930s.
Or you could just put it on your phone, right? Listen to it as like a podcast while you're driving to wherever. The real old-timey radio. Old-timey radio. Old-timey radio.
Yeah, I'm just, Chico says that gives me an idea, and we're not going to do anything like this on this podcast, but I think a podcast that sort of goes back to old-timey radio might be something interesting. I mean, we haven't had old-timey radio like Chico's talking about in probably close to about 70, 65 years. Something like some sort of serial or just some sort of programming like that back in the day where you sort of have to use theater of the mind. And I think that would be kind of clever.
Well, Big Finish, of course, does that with the Doctor Who audio dramas. And I believe that I think Netflix released like a Stranger Things like kind of audio drama podcast.
Something like that, yeah.
With Maya Hawke as Robin in it.
Oh yeah, speaking of podcasts, we didn't even get to Gallagher. We'll talk about him in a second. But keep on track with the podcasts. This week it was announced that Omnibus, Ken Jennings' podcast with John Roderick, is going to be going down to 1 episode a week.
I imagine Ken's going to be busy doing other things.
Well, yeah, that's the reason. He said that, because his schedule has gotten so busy because he's doing Jeopardy now. He's got to scale it back to 1 episode a week. So I'm guessing maybe they go in studio twice a month to do episodes, including like their addenda episode for the Patreon subscribers.
But I think the best comment you said was, they said, who does 2 episodes a week?
They mentioned that on that episode on Tuesday. They said, what podcast does 2 episodes a week? And I'm sort of like,
I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him. I don't want to shatter the fantasy. I'm not going to tell him.
Pick me, Mr. Jennings, pick me. I've got the answer. But also at the same time, I did want to actually like post it on the Omnibus group. You know, what podcast does more than one episode a week? Right here, baby. Yeah, we do more than one episode a week. But then they'd probably ban me because you can't promote other podcasts here. Yeah, okay, but we do more than one episode a week. Thump our chests, yeah. Oh, and also don't mind, my voice has like been really crappy since Sunday. So I have my trusty tankard of water with me.
I'm gonna get my tankard of water. Give me a second, please.
But yeah, I just wanted to, and I know this episode is not going to be released this before the show episodes is going to be released until probably I'm going to guess after these two episodes tonight are going to be released. But just an explanation for when people hear this. Why does Mike sound so gravelly? It's because he got really sick last Saturday. So we're talking, what would that have been? That would have been the 5th. Actually took a COVID test and a flu test on Monday, and got a lot better after I took my flu test and COVID test for whatever reason. Both were negative, so went back to work the next day, and just had been very raspy sounding for the majority of the week.
It is not a tankard of water. It is a tankard of watered down raspberry lemonade
that you are holding right now.
That I'm holding right now.
Is that like Simply Lemonade?
It's the Food Lion brand.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay. I did not know they made generics of that, but also at the same time, we have like no national franchises that would do generic of that type of stuff. No Food Lion here, not even Kroeger at this point. We've got Giant Eagle, and that's it. And Giant Eagle isn't even all that good because
we
it's
used
so
to have
expensive.
a Kroeger.
Well, Kroeger I think is expanding because didn't they just make some big purchase of another franchise or another chain?
Something like that.
Well, didn't they already have like Albertsons and Ralph's in their portfolio? Because I thought I read they were going to be expanding. And we did have Kroeger. We did have Kroeger here. Problem is, the last time I had been in a Kroeger in this area was probably like 1985.
Here in Long Island, we got like King Cullen, we got ShopRite, Stop and Shop, Lidl, and I think we should be getting a Wegmans soon.
We're supposed to be getting a Wegmans soon too. Oh wait, anyway, here's the list of everything that's under the Kroeger banner. Baker's, City Market, Dillon's, Food for Less, Foods Co., Fred Meyer, Fry's Marketplace, Gerb's, Harris Teeter, which there are 2 in Fayetteville, JC, King Supers, Kroeger, obviously, Mariano's, Metro Market, Payless, Pick and Save, QFC, Ralph's, Ruler Foods, and Smith's, which Mike and I once walked to from a condo in Las Vegas.
Smith's?
Yes, Smith's.
I walked with you to Smith's?
Well, it was either you or Joe.
It was Joe, because I've never heard of Smith's. I've been in like an Albertsons and a Ralph's before. This was actually before it was like 2 months before Randy Amasia passed away. We went shopping for groceries at an Albertsons or a Ralph's. I think it was an Albertsons. And my big takeaway, we go into the dairy department and they have gallons of milk there. And the price on the milk, I'm not even joking. And this is 2001. So this is 21 years ago before all this inflation. And gallons here cost like $3.20 or so, or $3, not too bad. In 2001, a gallon of milk was like $6. And I'm like, $6? And I literally did it really loud. And Ray's like, don't make a scene. It's like, $6 a gallon of milk. What? I just,
Good
it
load,
was just
that's a lot
blown
of money.
away. And the thing is, that would be like $10.
Good load, that's a lot of money.
And it isn't even good milk. It's they add vitamins to it. It's a special California milk.
No!
Yeah,
Oh!
yeah. I like my milk just like straight from the teat and skim. So don't add any extra vitamins or minerals, and it shouldn't really be sort of like an off yellow in color, which is what the color of the milk was. It's like, no, that's not milk. That's like not ready eggnog. No, I don't want that. But yeah, getting back to Gallagher, we go from gas prices to I'm sorry, gas prices.
Well, that sounds like the kind of joke that Gallagher would actually make when he's not, smashing watermelons.
Oh, but I just actually referred to Gallagher on a Facebook group. Oh, this is probably about 2 weeks ago because somebody kind of impromptu sort of did one of his bits saying, well, why is the word tomb, Tomb, why it's pronounced tomb, but BOMB, it's not pronounced boom, it's bomb. And I linked to one of Gallagher's appearances on Carson doing exactly that bit. And that's one of the things I remember from the childhood. I mean, everybody remembers him smashing the watermelons, but his wordplay, Tomb, tomb, BOMB, boom. No, BUMB, bomb. And just continue to do that with connecting words that sounded alike but are spelled totally different than you'd expect.
And the thing about it is that he used the entire stage and he's just, acting it all out. He's telling the jokes with his entire body, it seems like,
Well, in one aspect, he was Carrot Top before Carrot Top with all the props and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, he had all these props strewn out on stage or on a giant a chest of some sort, a wheeled cart. Yeah, he used the entire stage. And that's not even talking about the splatter range of the Sledge-O-Matic.
Oh, yeah.
Always wanted to go see him. I know he's passe, and also I know he's made some, let's say, politically incorrect comments in the past number of years. But I always wanted to go see him. And actually, my parents did go see him probably sometime in the mid to late 80s. And they had to bring a poncho. I remember that. They brought a tarp or a poncho, so they were definitely in splatter range. I don't know if they got splattered, though. I don't think they did.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you go to a Gallagher concert or a Gallagher set. You want to get splattered.
And again, I will say this right now. For the 50th time, if they had let Gallagher smash the watermelon in that Friday episode of the Match Game Out with Screws Hour, everyone would have went nuts. Everyone would have gone crazy. And everybody would have had a smile on their face.
It would have been epic.
Oh, like Richard Deacon would have been like, I don't need no poncho or tarp to cover me. I'm not afraid of this guy. And he'd end up covered all in watermelon.
Or Ken Osmond. Ken Osmond, as I said, should have assisted Gallagher with the watermelon. Ken, bring this watermelon up.
No, Berber Billingsley. Hey, Babs, bring the watermelon. I got the sledgehammer ready.
Lumpy, get the sledgehammer. We gotta smash this watermelon.
This one's for you, Gene. And you know how he'd react to the splatter.
What would he?
It's gorgeous.
No, he'd say.
I can actually do that since my voice is like really my voice is not that good. You're gorgeous.
Or say, right. Like, whenever you can tell Gene's annoyed by something on the show, he'll say, right.
Oh, my God. Oh, and another thing now that since we're talking about BUZZR and stuff, and I told this to you guys, starting at 8:30 this past Tuesday, they started airing Gary Kroeger's Newlywed Game.
Yes.
And I find it very entertaining. It's one of those cases, and I've talked to a couple people about this. it's one of those cases where if it was any other name besides the Newlywed Game, it would be perfectly acceptable. But as is, it's not the Newlywed Game that you know and love. Sort of like the Joker's Wild. Yes, the Joker's Wild had a spinning machine, but Jack Barry didn't say, "Oh, well, we got 5, 15, and a Joker. Oh, you're playing for $60 for each of these answers." No, and he never said it's a game of definitions. No. But yeah, the Newlywed Game, I'm finding a lot of fun in that. And actually, believe it or not, I've replaced recording talked about and few on my my laptop hooked up to the HD antenna. I'm recording Newlywed Game now because it's so much fun. It's just different.
It hits different.
It hits different, and actually, they did actually have a different name for it. Maybe I'm saying stuff that I shouldn't say, but I'll say it. So maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm going to say it. I'm just not going to say who told me this, but the Gary Kroeger version of Newlywed Game actually originally had the title "That's My Wife." And if you remember the show, the third round was called "That's My Wife." They held up those paddles, the heart-shaped paddles, and but the original name was "That's My Wife." But then I believe there was some sort of interference from Sony saying, "Hey, we already have the name, the Newlywed Game, in our control. We don't need to go to Chuck Barris because we have the Chuck Barris properties. So let's call it the Newlywed Game." It could have been "That's My Wife." Well, right about that time, and we talked about this way back when, there was "That's My Dog." So we could have "That's My Dog" and "That's My Wife." And really, if you think about it, depending on how your wife is, your wife could be a dog.
Good night, everybody.
There could be a bonus round. Okay, identify. Is this your wife or your dog? Well, it's both because my wife is a dog that cheating blankety blank blank blank.
Hold on. Would "That's My Wife" have the same crappy CDI-ish animation that "That's My Dog" had?
Oh boy.
Yes, wives in a talent show. Look, I'm balancing a plate on my nose.
Oh dear.
But no, also, wait. I just wonder, does it go the other way around? "That's My Wife" became the Newlywed Game. Does "That's My Dog" become the puppy game?
The puppy game.
Maybe "That's My Wife." They should have had like a wife obstacle course. Yeah, put them in some sort of maze where they gotta crawl through holes and there's the temptation. I can't say this. There's the temptation of the pot roast. Get to the other things, honey. Get to the other things.
Oh.
Think of it as that would be a pretty good idea in some far off country. Just saying.
It would be a good idea here, but that would be hilarious. Okay, you gotta get to the maze, but
Uh-oh.
Okay, you gotta get through the maze, but there's the temptation of, it's a Gucci purse with $1,000 in cash. But if you take it, you get penalized 15 seconds.
Oh.
Is it worth it, or do you want to risk getting out, winning the maze event? Woo! To make it even worse, maybe they have some sort of wife talent show, and they just have like, I'm turning "That's My Wife" into "That's My Dog." This is horrible.
That's the thing, just a little bit.
By the way, as we're airing this, or taping this rather, BUZZR right now is doing their salute to veterans for the week, and they're airing
Oh shoot! I forgot to record that.
Yeah, I
wanted
forgot
to record the match games because
I
somebody got it. It'll be on YouTube.
I forgot too, but I recorded the 7:30 episode, thankfully. But Ron Lucas and Scorch are on this episode, and the hilarious thing is Scorch was writing down the answer with his mouth
because obviously.
Oh, and a couple weeks ago, I did put Scorch on the schedule for sometime in 2023. So
I saw. I saw
Yeah.
it.
But I will say, I would love for BUZZR to put Match Game 90 on the schedule regularly. It would be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would
think
love that.
A lot of people would love it.
Yeah.
You know what? Match Game 90 was not a bad version of the show. And Ron Lucas, got me thinking about Ron Lucas all of a sudden. And Ross Schaefer was not a bad host.
No, he was not.
It would have worked, except the thing of it is, it was on at noon.
Yeah, that was the thing that killed it. It was on at noon, and I mean, it didn't air here in Cleveland because we have had nude news for 40 years now. So the only time I got to watch it was when I got very lucky with the rabbit ears, which shows how old it is. If I got lucky with the rabbit ears and pulled it in from Akron, from again previously mentioned WAKR 23. But yeah, somebody will put that on YouTube. And well, actually, given our luck with technology this week, let's hope that Elon Musk's next purchase isn't YouTube, or else that's going down the crapper.
No, don't kill YouTube, man.
I think Google has enough money; they don't have to worry about Elon Musk.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
At
about
the
that.
rate, at the rate Twitter's going, Google might even buy Twitter.
Oh, I could probably buy Twitter.
I could. You know what? I could totally go for that.
Yeah, hey guys, let's pull it. I'll put in $10. Chico, you're probably good for about $10. Greg, $10. I think we can get it for $30, and we can actually turn it into it was a thing on TV posting.com or something like that.
It'll be like when we enter the boardroom. It'll be like the time when the angle in the WWF where Stone Cold bought half of the WWF's shareholder power, and he was in meetings with the boardroom. It was like a basically hilarity ensues moment.
All right, gentlemen, and I use that term somewhat loosely. The reason I call this meeting here today, our first meeting together, so maybe we get to know each other on a one-to-one basis here. What I hold in my hands is a new orientation manual, and I expect each and every one of you to memorize this thing front to back, back to front, whatever you got to do. You've got to understand what direction this company is now going. You take that, and if you can't read, you read it to him. Let's start. Let me move these office supplies out of the way so I can see you. Let's get to know each other. Let me ask a few questions, find out what you do, what your damn names are.
Something
Yes, sir.
good.
You do what, and you are who?
I'm Dennis O'Rourke, Senior Vice President of Marketing, Research, and Development.
Really?
Wow.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I hope so.
Well, you're fired.
What did I do?
You're fired for looking stupid. Now get your ass out the door. I said get your ass out the door.
I never did like that guy. He's been here 9
I
years.
look at someone shoot your ass on the way out.
Nobody ever knew what he
I
did.
hope we ain't got any more smart asses here. Hey, blockhead. Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Jason Vasquez.
Well, what do you do?
I'm a mailroom clerk here.
Would you like a promotion?
Hell yeah!
Well, then come over here, sit your ass down, you got your promotion.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Right, your job is this. If I snap my fingers, damn it, I want a beer and I want it now and I want it open.
You got it.
You
All right.
can't promote him.
Does anybody have a problem with Jason's promotion?
Yeah, I do.
I said, has anybody got a problem with this promotion?
No, sir.
All right, let's continue the meeting. I'm really getting to know you guys. You do what?
My name's Kevin Albanese. I'm the director of MIS.
You got some pudding hanging off your nose there. What does MIS mean? Mingling shit.
No, Stone Cold. I'm in charge of your computer department here at the World Wrestling Federation.
Tell me more.
He's a nerd.
I take care of any...
No, I don't want to hear more because what I want to do right now is have a good old-fashioned beer drinking contest because I want to find out exactly where you guys stand. The rules are simple. I'm going to pass out this beer. Jason, pick up all that damn beer that you spilled earlier. Do you do that at your house?
No, sir.
Then you won't do that here if you want your job. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir, Stone
All right, I'm
Cold.
going to pass these some bitches some beer.
You
I want
promoted me,
everybody to drink up. The rules are this. When I come back in this room, if you're still standing, you still got a job.
What is he
If you're
doing?
not standing, if you land on the ground, puking and and vomiting all over the place, that means your ass is fired.
There has
Start
never
drinking.
been
Hey, you.
alcoholic beverage in
Yeah,
this
start
boardroom.
drinking the damn beer. No slackers here. Here, you
They
get
drink
two
every
of them.
day at
Oh, you get
lunch.
three. There you go. Hot shot lawyer.
2
Oh, okay.
two-hour lunches.
There's another one for you.
Drinking those
Right
damn
behind you, that beer.
martinis and stuff.
Snap my damn fingers. I better have one. Gentlemen, start drinking right now, and that's the bottom line because the new CEO says
Oh
so.
my God, no! Maybe they'll get this right. No!
Well, Greg, I already have our perfect marketing strategy if we happen to buy YouTube or Twitter rather.
What?
or YouTube, but no, Twitter. If we actually were to buy it for $30, tiny classified ads.
Oh, that's what's coming this week. Tiny classified ads.
You just buy these tiny ads on newspapers all over the world.
He started out in his one-bedroom apartment, placing tiny classified ads.
It's like, okay, step 1, you buy the ads. Step 2, step 3, profit.
Ooh, doing an underpants gnomes strategy there. Step 1, tiny classified ads. Step 2, step 3, profit.
It's a shame that Don LaPrey took his own life. It really is.
But we'll talk more about that on Monday. But, oh, wait, hold on a second. The second episode we have. We haven't even talked anything about what we're talking about for the second episode.
Yeah. Basically, Meryl Heater and mostly Meryl Heater.
Yeah, because Bob Quigley was gone by this point.
Yeah, he's long since dead. But Meryl Heater decided to copy himself twice on two different networks.
3 times if you think about it. And actually, you can make a case 4 times.
4 times?
Well, can I spoil it, or is that giving away too much to the listeners?
Well, we can spoil it. Who cares?
Okay. Well, you're talking Battlestars and you're talking All-Star Blitz. Did we forget the all-new Battlestars? That's technically 3.
Yeah.
And then 4th, there was a pilot done in 1992, which was very All-Star Blitzy, but it had 6 celebrities instead of 4, and it didn't have any sort of spinning wheel, or you need to connect the corners. I don't remember the name of it. I know Ed O'Neill was a celebrity on the pilot for that. It was like, oh gosh, I don't want to say, it's not Celebrity Squares. It was something in that vein.
I can't think of it. It's not coming to me.
I'm on the case. I'm on the case. Let's see here. Hollywood Teasers.
Hollywood Teasers.
I'm looking it up right now.
It is 1993. This pilot, listen to these names. These are some pretty darn big names. Ed O'Neill, Pam Anderson, Don Rickles, Mayim Bialik, Mark Curry, Rita Rudner.
Wow.
Those were your celebrities. That's a pretty stacked lineup.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that would be what you got. A guy from Married with Children, Pamela Anderson, who at this point would probably be on. No, she would have been on Baywatch. She would have left Home Improvement to do Baywatch full time.
Right.
Don Rickles, obviously, legend. Mayim Bialik was on Blossom. Mark.
Wait. She wasn't just on Blossom. She is Blossom.
She was Blossom.
Hold on. Since we mentioned Blossom, I gotta say it. Whoa.
There you go.
Nice. Mark Curry, who was on Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Rita Rudner, legend. And the host was Rob Weller.
I thought you were going to say Rita Rudner wasn't doing anything.
Rita Rudner is a treasure, good sir.
I didn't say that. I said Rita Rudner was doing nothing. I didn't say she wasn't a treasure. She's absolutely a treasure.
She's a legend.
She's great. I do want to see what she was doing at this point. Probably some sort of like HBO stand-up special.
She was doing HBO stand-up specials all over the place in the 90s.
Yeah, her first TV credit, at least according to Wikipedia, wasn't until 1994.
Wow!
And,
really?
and you wait, and you wouldn't even believe what show it was on. You think it would be a comedy? Tales from the Crypt.
Wow.
And actually taking a look at her TV shows, oh my gosh. There's some really bad ones on here. Tales from the Crypt. She was on. She did a voice on one episode of Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist. But then Something So Right. The Nanny. I mean, I'll give her credit. The Nanny's not a bad show. VIP. She was on VIP with Pam Anderson.
Oh my god!
As told by Ginger, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, RuPaul's Drag Race. Everyone is on.
Everybody
Melissa
loves
and Joey.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. Melissa and Joey, yeah, not a lot of TV shows, but yeah, actually, even she didn't do any comedy specials for a good 4 to 5 years because it says here in 1990 she did one for HBO, then 1995. So seriously, what was she doing in 1993?
She was probably touring.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's a good point. And she would have been a draw at that point, so she's probably filling up the theaters pretty well.
Maybe she had a residency in Vegas at this point. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't say much of anything. But still, definitely a known entity, definitely one of the best comedians of the 80s and early 90s.
Well, I got to pivot because I got to mention the last couple of days, it's been so hilarious. But I got to say, what's been some great background noise for me, because I have the Amazon Fire 4K TV in my room. So I've been, for the last couple of days, using it to just exclusively stream episodes from the Price is Right channel on Pluto. And hold on, Mike, do you want to explain this one showcase you saw last night?
Well, okay. I'm gonna just being completely open here. I did not see this showcase.
Oh, okay.
I saw this on Twitter, and not on Twitter. I saw this on Facebook. A person I'm friends with posted video grabs of this showcase where apparently Johnny Olson was in a Boy George lookalike contest and won.
Can you imagine? In 1985, Johnny Olson dressing up like Boy George and winning a lookalike competition.
And this would have been like 3 months before Johnny passed. He decided to go out on a high note. I'm not going to do better than Boy George. Teach me now. Karma, 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 chameleon.
Oh my
Sing all the culture club song. It's Johnny Olson.
We can do
I don't even want to know what's in that showcase. I mean, obviously, there's got to be a jukebox of some sort. Maybe like a trip to London or something. But I really don't want to know what else is in that showcase.
I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. That's all.
Somebody has to have it on YouTube. It's only a day old, but you know the fan base out there. Hold on. I'm on the case. I'm on the case. All right, let's see.
Oh, by the way, what Mike is...
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
What?
On.
What?
But wait, it wasn't recorded yesterday. This looks like it was an original airing from April 29th of 1985.
Okay, I gotta see this.
And one of the prizes in the showcase was a trip to London.
Oh.
I'm gonna just like
this is oh my god.
I'm gonna just skim through. Okay, not a jukebox, but a stereo is the first prize. A Hitachi stereo. I don't. Let me see. Let me listen and see if there's a CD player involved, because that would be about the time the CD became kind of standard.
Yeah, because we talked about that in the CD introduction episode. It came out in 82. What date did you say it was?
It's April 29th. Actually, if you look, Price is Right, Boy George lookalike contest.
Okay,
it's right there.
All right, Price is Right. And...
Yeah, put in Price is Right, Boy George. It's the first link. You'll find it. And also,
oh my god! Oh,
it looks more like Rita Rutner.
Oh God, I gotta hold on. Time out. Time out. I gotta play this for everybody. So, oh my lord!
Oh my God.
I never thought we'd be talking about this, but
This is the beauty of before the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Case is filled with prizes revealed as we tell you about the time that Johnny Olson won a Boy George look-alike contest. Now, ordinarily, our John is a quiet, humble kind of guy, but after he won that contest, he decided that he'd never go back to being Johnny Olson. He loved the clothes, he loved the makeup.
Looks more like Rita Rutner, but whatever.
You gotta give Johnny credit. Whatever they told him to do, he did it without hesitation. Dress as Boy George? Sure, why not? Dress as a Swami? Okay.
sure.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh.
I'd be dressed up
Hey.
as Superman. That's fine.
And remember, Johnny Olson is a professional.
Especially loved the way he sounded when he sang along with his collection of Boy George albums, played on a new stereo system.
Woo!
Hitachi's integrated.
I remember having one of those.
Dual cassette tape deck, two-way
Play
call
Horizons from
graphics
K-Tel on it.
equalizer, and hickory finished grain cabinet.
Well, I thought when you said Horizons, it was the soundtrack to the Horizons ride at Disneyland.
No. Unfortunately, I did not have that record.
It's a miracle and Black Money, just to name a few. Well, then John decided that to really be like Boy George, he'd have to leave Hollywood and move everything he owned to London.
Ooh, London.
We'll fly you and your companion round-trip air coach from Los Angeles to London as guests of American Express vacation stores. You'll enjoy the comfort of
We know, Dad. Big Ben.
6 nights, full
Parliament.
breakfast and a city tour. The London Express Tour from American Express.
Did I just see the Sex
But
Pistols?
fortunately, our models realized that what John really needed was a long vacation. So
Oh, they put him in a straight jacket.
in a new van.
Oh!
Yo, man, the model's about to straight jacket Johnny Olson, throw him in the back of a van, like this is something out of Tales from the Hood or some junk.
Yeah, Ed and Holly, they were like, Johnny, what has gotten into you? We got to put you in this
Get in the
van.
van. Get in the van.
Get in the van, Johnny.
Okay, that van is like peak early 80s. That striping and those colors, peak early to mid 80s.
Yeah, you can tell that somebody who is up to no good owns that van.
Wait, Chico, you mean sort of like the girls who are trying to abduct Johnny Olson dressed as Boy George and throw him in a van? No, everybody who has that van is just perfectly innocent.
It's a bad man. No, this is no good. It's a bad man. It's a bad man.
No, wait, hold on. I should clarify. My grandfather had a van like that. It was all blue, but still he had a van very much like that. I think it was even a Ford. I think this is a Ford too. So not everybody who's a bad person had a van like that, but just some sketchy people would probably own that van.
Yeah.
No sketch.
V8 engine, tinted glass, fixed rear door glass, fixed cargo door, gauges, automatic overdrive, tilt steering wheel, western mirrors, air conditioning, rear door latch and lock, handling package, dual tanks, speed control, power windows and door locks, chrome front and rear bumpers, chrome grille, exterior sound package, and California images.
Just do not get Janice in front of the wheel.
Filled with prizes revealed in the story about the time.
And there's
Johnny
the headline.
Olson won the Boy George look-alike contest can be yours if the price is right.
Oh, God.
And there was for a bonus, we had 2 seconds of Jeff Edwards hosting Let's Make a Deal.
They just don't make showcases like that anymore.
Nope.
And they never will, sadly.
No.
I think those ended the moment Bob Barker became executive producer, if I'm honest.
Well, no, I think it's just unfortunately the ad time has become longer, and you got to sacrifice something.
Yeah.
I I don't know. You could do something really creative with the time you have if you're willing to put the work in.
If you're willing to, make some cuts and whatnot, it can be done, but it's just not something you'll see nowadays.
And by the way, if you're a fan of that sort of thing, I think you're really going to enjoy the logo for the Before the Show episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, this is going to be one hell of a listen to work on Monday or whenever it's going to be released.
Probably on Sunday, probably. I don't know yet. But I think, Chico, we're also going to be doing a live show in Stream Lounge, I think, this week.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing a Star Trek 4.
That's
The Voyage
right.
Home.
That's right, because we're going to finally hear about John Shuck talking about how outrageous those Starfleet regulations are.
Starfleet regulations, that's outrageous!
And also, we got to be finding some humpback whales. Not humpback people.
To save the future.
Yeah, not humpback people, according to Scotty. Humpback whales.
To save the future.
That's right. And also, don't walk into incoming traffic in San Francisco, or else you're going to be called a double dumbass. You know what? That explains what Elon Musk is right now, a double dumbass.
Hey, you buy social media as an ego trip, you deserve to be broke.
That's right. But you'll find out more about deserving to be broke on Monday, right here on It Was a Thing on TV. Thanks for listening to this special episode, and we'll see you with those 2 episodes later this week. Wow!
Where are the weapons of mass destruction? That's what I'm talking about. Osama bin Laden. Why don't they call him Osama bin Laden? Hope you like my outfit. The queer guys came by and had an eye for me. Pink hearts, yellow moons, green clovers, orange stars. That leprechaun's on acid. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy like me. Are you ready to smash some fruit? Can't hear you. Yeah? You want to smash some fruit? Yeah! The black Gallagher doesn't go out like no punk with a mallet.